One of television's classic TV series, Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows, inspired the Broadway show Laughter on the 23rd Floor.
Written by Neil Simon, Laughter on the 23rd Floor is being presented by the Strollers Players at the Bartell Theater this weekend. We go backstage now with Michael Bruno.
Laughter on the 23rd Floor is Neil Simon's play about his experiences as a writer on Sid Caesar's classic show, Your Show of Shows, the sketch comedy show that, variety show that aired in the early 50s on NBC. It's several years into the show. They're one of the most popular shows on TV, and NBC starts to get a little uncomfortable with the subject matter. It's a little too high-minded. That's when TV was kind of spreading out into the hinterlands. Everybody was devouring it a little more than they had in the past, and so they were trying to dial it down to the middle American crowd a little bit. And so much of the play's tension is about them trying, the writing staff and the character Max, who's essentially Sid Caesar, trying to deal with how the changes on the show are affecting their lives and the show itself.
Ah, thank you, Luca.
My character is Lucas Brickman. He's the sort of window for the audience to view the rest of the zany characters. He's sort of the guy that keeps the whole show grounded. He's sort of a narrator, part narrator. It's his memories. He's the Neil Simon insert. And he's also the new guy on the show. So when we first see him, he's in his second week, the beginning of his second week, and he is nervous as all hell. Like, he is thinking he's going to get fired any day.
Well, my character is Max Prince, and he's based not so loosely, actually quite strongly, on Sid Caesar, the star of Your Show of Shows back in the 1950s. A very tormented character, a character that was constantly fighting with the networks to try and make his show this type of show he wanted as opposed to what the network wanted. He was a unique, especially in the early days of television, because so many of the early stars were vaudeville stars, burlesque stars, and they brought in their own vaudeville routines, so there was very little writing that was required. They just brought in the Bob Hopes and the Jack Bennys did their shtick. Sid Caesar didn't. Sid Caesar brought in writers, and Sid Caesar brought in a team of writers to create shows. It's actually probably the first example of sketch comedy that Saturday Night Live does now.
Who is Ira Stone?
Well, Ira Stone is a writer on Max Prince's comedy show, and he is a hypochondriac. He is loud, obnoxious. Everyone hates him, but he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. He comes up with the best bits in the show, so they can't get rid of him.
What will make people come to see this show? What can you tell us?
They will laugh from the beginning to end, and they will really laugh. I mean, it's a belly laugh show. We joke throughout the production or the rehearsal process that there's a lot of badum-bums in the show.
I can't believe there's not one pumpernickel bagel.
Laughter on the 23rd Floor is at the Bartell Theater tonight at 7:30, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Check out bartelltheater.org for ticket information. Thank you, Michael.